Hey y'all, it's your girl Taja Renee, and welcome to Midnight Marauders. I'd like to invite you all to subscribe, share, and follow Midnight Marauders TV on YouTube and Instagram.
It's your boy, Rico, for them things, bands.
And it's the one and only TV Tef, and we are
The Midnight Marauders.
Today we're going to be reviewing the Baby's new album, Blame It On Baby. Your first thoughts, Rico?
I think the album is decent for the Baby, but I believe it's like a TikTok social media album for the most part. A lot of cuts on there are especially, saying something for the internet. I think he should have just rode the wave of Kirk a little bit, because I don't see not an album, a song that's top and bop on this album right now.
Well, I actually kind of look at it differently than that. I actually think this is a much more mature side of the Baby, which everybody know I'm synonymously for calling the Baby an asshole. That's what I like about him, is he's an asshole. But I think this is a little bit more mature, but the personality's still there. And of course, this is a time during social distancing, so yeah, you're going to do a lot of things for social media. So all in all, to me, I really like this album.
With that being said, let's dive into the score. First up, production.
Production, I gave this an 8. I felt like the production was solid on this. I didn't feel like it was, I feel like maybe some of the percussion was a little bit kind of repetitive, or maybe could have used a little bit more range, but I do think he used a lot of different type of tracks, and I think the production was good. I think the production of this album was good.
I gave it a 7 on the production side. Pretty much, he went different. He went in different views on different cuts, and the one cut in particular, I don't know the name, to where he was switching the beat. Like the beat was switching.
Blame It On Baby.
That you know what I'm saying, it was cool. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But 7 is what I give it.
Now, originality.
Originality. For originality, I gave this. I gave it an 8. I gave it an 8. The Baby is an original artist. His style is his own. People may blame him and say his style don't change enough, but it's his style. He not like a dude that just oversaturate trap beats and trap songs. His style is his own. So yeah, I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 6. Pretty much, it's like his style is talking, and he rapping, and he rapping. Talking, and he rapping. What he do? Every track is not like that, but there are 13 cuts and there's some identical cuts.
Next up, personality.
Personality, I gave it a 10. He pretty much stayed within the course of being himself in the album. And he kind of addressed a few people who said that he wouldn't switch the style up. So pretty much he tried and attempted, but it was still the same. But yeah, it's Baby. Yeah. That's what I get. We get a 10.
And I agree. He is the Baby, and his personality is always on 10. You know what I mean? Once again, I go back to my favorite phrase for people like the Baby. He's a straight asshole. He keep it to you, give it to you real. He liked to exaggerate things and go way over the top with it. Yeah, so I definitely gave him a 10 in personality.
Now, lyricism.
We gonna do what? Lyricism? Yeah. Okay, so lyricism. I gave him 7. I gave him a 7. Now the thing about it is, the Baby is a good writer. If you actually listen to it, he's a good writer. He didn't cross the upper echelon yet, where you're talking about the Jay-Z's, even the J Electronicas, even it's a lot of artists that we can say when you cross that upper echelon. He's not there yet, but he's really good at arranging thoughts. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like where he at, about a 7.
I gave him a 7 as well. He painted pictures, like the tracks, you know what I'm saying? He painted pictures. The cut with A Boogie.
Yeah, definitely.
I really enjoyed that track. It's one of my favorites on the album, so 7.
Up next, sound quality.
Sound quality, I gave it a 7. For the most part, 13 tracks, 30 minutes roughly, and pretty much nothing really stuck with me sonically as far as to, you know, like identify the album.
Yeah. Well, to the contrary, I actually thought it was great sonically. I gave it a 9. I don't think it had really any fall offs compared to anything that's way up there. Maybe they overused 808s, or the 808s may have been a little too heavy, but all in all, I mean, it's a 9 all day. I think the sound quality was there.
Song construction.
Song construction, I gave it a 7. And that being said, it wasn't a lot of like racing and a lot of change-ups, but actually Blame It On Baby, which you spoke of earlier, it did have those change-ups. That was only one song. So I can't give it, you know, a 10 for the whole album, but the effort was there. You know, with the features, some of the songs only had 2 verses, some of them had 3. So for song construction, I gave it a 7.
I gave it a 6. Harping on the construction of the album. Like you said, only 1 verse. A little bit more would have been better, but like right now in this time, we just trying to get it out there to the people so they can have something to, you know what I'm saying, keep him relevant.
Okay.
Emotion.
Emotion, I gave him a 9 in emotion, cause it ranged from I'm talking about being heartbroken, from him, my favorite song, like I said again, the A Boogie song, the way he orchestrated his feelings in that song, pretty much, I was like, okay, I see a little something there,
Right.
and he still was himself at the same time throughout the album.
And I'm gonna agree with you. I gave it a 9. I think he showed a lot of growth. I mean, he did a song literally on here called "Sad Shit," which to me, that's just a part of it. Like, he's just always oozing with emotion. Like he over the top. He an emotional type of artist. Whether it's a negative emotion, whether it's turned up, whatever, he have a really well translating emotion. So yeah, I gave it a 9 as well.
Now, hit factor.
Now I know me and Rico ain't gonna agree with this one, but for hit factor, I gave it a 9. I literally liked every song on the album. Did I love every song on the album? Did I think every song was a bop or a vibe, or, you know, or should? No. But when I talk about hit factor, I'm always talking about how much of the album did I really like. How many of the songs I say I can rock with. I like every song on this album 100%. So I gave it a 9.
I gave it a 6. I would say, just for the simple fact, you know, like he got bangers. He got Bop is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Suge, none of the songs on this album can amount to none of that right now. You know, but in this day and age, with this moment right now, pretty much the hit factor is going to go up, because they're going to find ways to make somebody like me persuade me.
Yeah, and I'm gonna cut you off, brother, because the joint with Megan is gonna be a hit. It's called Baby, and he's the baby, and they brought Ashanti in for the shit. Then he did a song with NBA Youngboy, brother.
Boy.
That's going to be a hit.
Light skin, I like light skin.
Light Skin Shit is my favorite song on the album. Where it got Future on it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I guarantee you'll be changing your opinion.
Maybe.
You just might need another listen.
Yeah, it might need another go around in the car or something like that.
Okay.
Album construction.
Album construction. Okay, so for album construction, I'm gonna be honest. I gave it.
It's on the paper.
It's on the paper.
It's on the paper.
I know you're gonna get mad at me for this.
It's on the paper.
I gave it a 10, man. Woo. The range. We talking about album construction, right? He had songs about chicks on here. He had songs about his daughter on here. He had songs about love on here. He had songs about animosity on here. He had this turn up. I mean, he had the amazing features. His feature game was on point. He had A Boogie with the hoodie. He had Megan Thee Stallion, NBA Youngboy, Quavo. I mean, Future. I mean, they constructed the album well. Yeah. Whether we loved all of the songs or not, or you loved all the songs or not, I think the construction of it was, I think it had a really good range. So I gave it a 10.
Yeah, he didn't really like go feature heavy in the album as far as like consistently back to back. He gave it space to, you know, give it away. I gave it a 7. not, you know what I'm saying, not too shabby, you know. I gave it a 7. It's not because I don't like the album. I enjoy it, but it's the work, the body of work got to be, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit more.
Last topic, relatability.
Relatability. I enjoy Baby on Baby. I enjoy it. For the most part, I see this going out to the kids. Everybody that's frustrated with the stay-at-home routine right now, get that energy out, put it out there in the universe, and keep Baby name going. For the most part,
yeah. Well, for me, when it comes to being relatable, if you want to relate to the Baby or you want to know who relates to the Baby, I think kind of everybody does. And the reason why I'm saying that because he's kind of like, and don't take this crazy, but he's kind of like a commercial street nigga. Like he a street nigga, but his music still got that commercial vibe.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but so if you ask me like the Baby, he one of those upper echelon artists where everybody gonna kind of find they fit there.
Yeah, he's kind of, you know what I'm saying, street animated. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's a ghettoer version of Luda. You know what I'm saying?
When it comes to a street version
when it comes to the visuals and
I'll buy
everything.
that. I'll buy that.
Once again, thank you for tuning in to Midnight Marauders. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on YouTube and Instagram. I'm Taja Renee.
Hey, I want to thank a lot of people that's been helping us, a lot of our new additions, Ariana, DJ Easy Banks, Big Suge, Jen, Teresa, a lot of people that's been helping us fill in on the show, new additions to the show. Stay tuned for them guys. I am the one and only TV Tef.
And it's your boy, Rico, For Them Things Bands.
And we are
The
Midnight
Midnight
Marauders,
Marauders.
baby.